Hey there, Parker Reed here, and welcome to PR Media, your home for everything movies and music through my eyes. And today we have a review of the new 4K transfer of the 1989 classic, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is a 1989 American science fiction comedy film directed by Stephen Herek and written by Chris Matheson and Ed Solomon. The first part of the Bill and Ted franchise, it stars Keanu Reeves, Alex Winter, and George Carlin. It follows slacker friends Bill and Ted who travel through time to assemble historical figures for their high school history presentation. Going into this review, I've been a big fan of Bill and Ted for a long time. Keanu Reeves is one of my favorite actors to ever walk this planet. So when this finally got the 4K treatment around when Bill and Ted Face the Music came out, I was very excited. And it was not printed in the United States, it was printed in the UK. So if you want this, you're gonna have to import it or buy it from a website like Zavi US. That's who I bought it from. So just know that going in. It plays in English, it's fine. It plays on all 4K Blu-ray players. Thankfully, the 4K format is region free, so you'll be able to play this wherever you are. But you are gonna have to pay a little bit in shipping and a little bit more than you would for a normal 4K Blu-ray. We all know this film, we all love this film, it's hilarious. So let's get into what you're going to get if you decide to pick up the 4K edition of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So if you decide to pick up Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure on 4K Ultra HD, this is the front cover that you're getting. And on the back, we've got some still imagery from the film as well as some information about the movie and about these special features. Open it up, you've got a nice standard 4K disc with that same cover art and same back art as the slipcover. And it's a nice sturdy case too, I appreciate that. And then you got the disc art here for the 4K disc, an advertisement for Bill and Ted Face the Music. And what's nice about this release is they came with a really nice thick booklet talking about the film. And you've got the cover art there. And when you go through it, it's just some imagery from the film, some interviews, some information about it as well. So that's always really nice to see. Get some nice, it's high quality too, which I appreciate. Sometimes when you get these booklets, there are these like blown up photos and you can totally tell because they're pixelated and they look gross. These are really nice, high quality photos. And with the release this expensive, I definitely would hope so. But it was nice to see that included with this release. And I have not even read through all this yet. So if you get the release, feel free, or if you just want to pause this video and read it, that might take you a long time, but hey, do you. So getting this with the release was nice as well. And a nice photo of the three of them. Rest in peace, Mr. George Carlin. And of course, be excellent to each other. Then on the Blu-ray disc, you get the same artwork as you did on the 4K disc. That could be a little bit confusing, so make sure you watch out for that Ultra HD logo. So should you pick this up? From a visual standpoint, I would definitely say so. It looks crisp, it looks fine, and overall the HDR is used pretty well because most of the time the scenes are in the daylight, so it obviously benefits from having that natural light as opposed to any CGI or green screen effects. However, at night, it's not the greatest. The black levels could be a little bit better. It'd be better off if you could see a little bit more going on, but like I said, those are pretty seldom, so most of the time you're looking at natural light. Everything is clear. You can see the lines on young Keanu Reeves' face. If you see him in the new Bill and Ted movie, he looks pretty old. So it's nice to go back to this movie, which is over 30 years old now, and see just how young and great they look. So being that Bill and Ted looks pretty good as far as visuals go, the audio is where it's a little bit suspect. I would have preferred to have a Dolby Atmos audio track on this, but we have a DTS 2.0 HD, and that's okay. That's what you'd find on a Blu-ray. And I wanted to hear the music a little bit more. I wanted my speakers to work a little bit harder for me, and I just found it kind of dull. It was fine. You could hear all the dialogue just fine and nothing overpowered or anything, so that was good. I just wanted a little bit more from this release because it comes at a price tag of $26.49 on sale on Zavi's website, and the Steelbook is going to run you more than 30 bucks, so that's pretty expensive, especially for a movie that you can get on Blu-ray for about 5 bucks, and you can get both the first two Bill and Ted's for about 10 bucks. So $26.49, that's a hefty price tag. But would I recommend you buy that? I really want to say yes, but as far as it is right now, I would have to say no. Hold off on the 4K transfer of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. $26.49 for a standard, and then more than 30 for a Steelbook is way too expensive for a title this old, and one that you can find for a much better price on Blu-ray. I have a feeling when Bill and Ted Face the Music comes out on 4K and Blu-ray in the United States, we might get this transfer over here in the US and maybe Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey as well. That would be cool to see and kind of round off the trilogy. And I think it's going to be right there around 20, 25 bucks at the most. But Studio Canal did this edition and they did include like that really nice booklet I showed you before. And there is some nice bonus features, albeit there's only the commentaries on the 4K disc, but that's fine. Blu-ray extras are just fine by me. So if you're going to pick this up, it's going to depend on how much you love this movie or not, depending on how much you love 4K or not. I would say wait for a sale or wait for it to come to the US, but if you really need this, if you're really yearning for some Bill and Ted on 4K, go and pick it up from a site like Zavi US. Thank you so much for watching my review of the new 4K transfer of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. My name is Parker Reed. You've been watching PR Media. Keep supporting physical media, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.
If you guys are really us, what number are we thinking of? 69, dudes!
Bill and Ted's
Excellent! Excellent!
Excellent Adventure.
Party on, dude.